Hi friends, Assalamu alaikum. This is our lesson number 7 of Python 3. In this lesson, I'm going to tell you about string repetition. So let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For example, you have a string. Let's suppose it's A. It's a single character. And you want to repeat the string, for example, 10 times. You can repeat this string in different ways. The first case is that in which you want to repeat this A 10 times, but you want to make it a single string. While in the case 2, you want a tuple as your output. And you want this string A to be repeated 10 times as an element of that tuple. And in the third case, instead of a tuple, you want a list in which you want that string to be repeated 10 times. So in the case 1, same letter or the same word has been repeated 10 times, making a single string in a string form. You can see this is a string form and it is a single string. While in case 2, the same letter or the same word has been repeated 10 times, making separate strings. You can see these are separate strings separated by comma in a tuple form. And in the third case, it is the same letter or same word has been repeated 10 times, making separate strings that are separated with commas in a list form. So let's see all the three cases one by one and see how you do that in Python 3. You want to repeat this string A 10 times. The method is just multiply or just use the asterisk sign and then the number of times you want to repeat that string. So string asterisk number of times you want to repeat this A. Your output will be like this. Another method is just enclose this string in parentheses and then multiply it with 10. Now case 2. In case 2, in addition to these parentheses, also use a comma after the string and then multiply it with 10. Your output will be like this in the form of a tuple. If you do not use this comma here, then your output will be in case 1. This is the comma that makes the big difference. It changes your output from a string to a tuple. Case number 3. In this case, you will have to enclose your string in square brackets and then asterisk and then number of times you want to repeat this. Your output would be a list. In case number 3, you do not need to use a comma after this A. However, if you use comma, it will make no difference. The output will be the same. However, in case 2, there was a big difference between not using comma and using comma. There was a difference, but here there is no difference between the two methods. So let's make some comparison between all these three methods. Here, this method is not equal to this. If you multiply a string with any digit, the output will not be equal to this case. However, on the other hand, the output of this thing is equal to the output when you enclose that string by parentheses. Another comparison. If you use comma in square brackets or you do not use comma, both the cases will result in the same output. In the case of using parentheses, the output of both will be different. So these were the comparisons. Now let's open any of your IDE that you use for Python 3 and see how you do it practically. Let me open this Python IDE. Here, for example, I have a string A and I want it to be repeated 5 times. So your output will be like this. Enclose it in parentheses and then multiply it by 5. The result will be the same. Now let's use comma and then see the output. Your output will be different from above. Now let's use square brackets without comma. Multiply it with 5. The result is like this. Now let's use comma. The result is similar to above. You can also use single quotation marks. Multiply it with 5, the result will be similar to case 1. Now let's multiply it with a different digit. For example, 20. It will be repeated 20 times. Let's enclose this A and parenthesis using comma and then multiply it with 20. Or you can multiply it with like 30 with 50. Okay, now let's use a different string. For example, you have a string Roshan and you want to repeat it like 5 times. So it will be repeated, but there will be no space in between them. How will you introduce a space in them? Let me tell you the method. Type the Roshan and then put a space and then put these quotation marks. Now multiply it with 5. So a space will be added after every repetition. Now you want these names enclosed in parentheses. So Roshan, and you want it to be repeated like 4 times. And then let's put a comma here and see the difference. This is the difference. Now it's in the tuple form. Now let's replace these with square brackets and see the output. Your output will be in the form of a list. So that was all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye. But don't forget to subscribe my channel.